never know what you might run into. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Cincinnati's offense will go to work first. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just how diligent they are in getting the tight end involved, Jesse. It just didn't work last week.
Yeah, there's no question that this coaching staff, they know the offense basically goes as their big tight end goes. And that's why they lost their last game out. They didn't get him the ball enough. And that was a huge problem. So, David, big priority, number one for this offense in this one, get him as many touches, as many ways as you can.
Yeah, feed the big fella, the big target, the chain mover, the red zone area, but just you don't have to be as accurate. I think that's the thing that's nice. When you're throwing to a big tight end over the middle of the field, like he'll catch it and still get hit. It's not that big of a deal, so we got to use the big fella.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They're dealing with a second and long. Motion from the wideout. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Williams will pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
Let's see what he can do with it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Williams looking for a man. Hauls it in. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. Makes a move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going for the big play. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest.
Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looks as if he's going to run it. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
3rd down coming up.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to get outside. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the 1st down, and really starting to play physical.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Bearcats will punt this one away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive.
Got it. 29 Philly.
It'll be a draw. Hard running there. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move, it's Covey. Past the 1st down marker and still running. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Williams will pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Bearcats will line up to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. The inside handoff. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Gets it out fast. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Complete to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Flips it out to the back. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. On target over the middle. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Bearcats will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Sooner offense returns to the field. He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. With the catch, it's Thomas. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Great place to start for this offense. Williams looking for a man. Snagged out of the air. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Bearcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give on the option. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And it's a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter after the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Not a lot of... He found good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Finds a tight end. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he's brought down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later and take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Fires left. That's caught. It's Penn. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Robinson looking to pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. There's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Find some fresh air. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They go to the ground. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Williams will pass. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Bearcats decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's McIntyre. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try it over the left side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Here comes the heat. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And into the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Let's go. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be good. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They move on top here in the fourth.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Williams looking for a man. Under fire. Makes the grab. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bearcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons.
They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Arizona State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Williams will pass. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They want that clock to run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
After the stumble earlier